Hi everyone, this is Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School, with a Friday update. Busy week, short week this week. We have a busy weekend coming up. We have an experience day put on by our admissions team. That's on Saturday. We're all going to be here. It's an all hands situation. What can I tell you about last week? A lot of field trips. I went to the Academy of Sciences. I was invited. Thank you. Level 1 teachers to go with our kindergartners on that trip in San Francisco. I know our TK went to the beach. I know our 5-6ers have been going on lots of trips. Angel Island. I think they did something with the Marine Science Institute out on boats. And the 7-8s are going to be going, or did they go? I don't even know. American Ninja Warrior gym and a Magical Bridge playground trip. L2 kids were at Nature Day. So our kids are out and about, experiencing learning together, right, in concert with their friends and their teachers and their advisors, but they're also able to engage with the world around them, this incredible area we live in as well. There's so many wonderful resources, whether it's in the Bay or the ocean or in our cities. There's so much to do that directly relate to this year's Changemaker, right? So this is really important for us to have our kids out and about and exploring the resources right nearby in this incredible place we call the Bay Area. Read the newsletter, a lot is happening coming up. We're in T2 full throttle, so do that. And I did want to focus today a bit on something I have thought about quite often as an educator, the idea of academic rigor. This comes up from time to time here. I certainly see it in things I'm reading, podcasts I'm listening to, and a lot in admissions, right? We're in the admissions season. It just wrapped up. Our admissions numbers are actually up 33%, I think. I think it's 33%. An increase in application. So great job, Dana Story, and all those who help in admissions. But a question that comes often is around academic rigor. And I have a deep opinion. I have opinions. And one of my opinions is that is the wrong term. Rigor is the wrong word to be using in certainly in a TK8 school, right? I think it should be vigor. Vigor comes from Middle English. Vigor, I think the Old French term and the Latin term is to be lively. It means to be lively, right? And so learning should have more vigor. It should be light. It should be relevant. It should be engaging. It should be authentic and meaningful, but it should not be one that produces rigor mortis and stiffness. That is not, it's not the right term. And words matter at Synapse. So when I hear academic rigor, I immediately think we should say vigor. And then I try to understand what the question really means coming from that person. What do they really mean when they're asking me about Synapse and academic rigor? And I think often what that parent means has more to do with pressure, right? Do we pressure kids? Do we put kids in situations that may produce negative results as well as positive results, or stratifying? And so I was thinking more deeply about this today in regards to Piaget, who was a Swiss psychologist, who passed away, I think, in 1980. He was around for 80 plus years, and he really had a huge impact on educators and any of us who were trying to understand how children construct knowledge. And so constructivism was something that Piaget strongly advocated, right? That he was really, in his work as a psychologist, was trying to understand how kids make sense of the world. We are influenced deeply by constructivism. So you could say Piaget certainly has had a profound impact on how we see things and think about things. Now, there have been lots of studies, and there are more researchers and more things happening in modern times that challenge some of Piaget's work, and certainly having a neuroscience lab on campus, we know this. However, sometimes I think that our parents or even prospective parents are superimposing their thinking around learning based on their teen years maybe, or even their college years, right? I often get parents saying, well, when I was at university or when I was in high school, we did X, Y, and Z. Well, we're teaching 5 to 14-year-olds, 4 to 14-year-olds. And so for the sake of this little video, I'm thinking, a 6-year-old, and then let's go to the high school, the 16-year-old. Do 6-year-olds and 16-year-olds need the same things? And I think Piaget would say 6-year-olds need hands-on experiences. They need lessons that are shorter because their attention spans are shorter. They should be encouraged to play, right? Play-based instruction matters more for a 6-year-old. And positive reinforcement matters as well. We want to be encouraging kids when they're 6 or 7 to take risks. They need praise, they need encouragement. 16-year-olds have a deeper understanding of abstract and critical thinking, and the skills around critical analysis are going to be more important and more fully developed, right? Independent learning, therefore, is fostered and should be developed in a high school. Deeper discussions, debates, they come into play as well. However, we don't have 16-year-olds at Synapse, and I've taught 16-year-olds. There's nothing wrong with 16-year-olds. I happen to think high school is a place that perhaps grades and certain kids who want to aspire to certain things, that they should have the opportunity to do that. And kids will encounter in most high schools some sort of stratification, right? Not everybody is going to get the lead in the play. Not everybody is going to make the varsity basketball team. Not everybody is going to be the student council president. Not everybody is going to be the valedictorian. So that's going to happen. It happens naturally. We are trying to keep childhood intact at Synapse. So we are really about positive reinforcement. That means we don't believe kids who are 6 should be given grades. In fact, I don't believe, according to Piaget, they would have the ability to understand the abstraction of a grade, right? What goes behind that grade, right? Traditional grading systems rely heavily on abstract concepts. And so we are going to keep our kids. We are going to follow the methods that make sense based on folks like Piaget, Erikson. We're going to also lean heavily on our teachers' experience and also what we're learning in the BLC with Stanford. And so we have a highly academic culture here, but I wouldn't say it's pressurized, and I certainly would say it's developmentally appropriate. That is key to understand at Synapse. We are all about vigor. I've never been in a school with more brilliant academic minds in terms of the adults surrounding children, right? We have neuroscientists on staff. We have a partnership with Stanford. Parents of Synapse, you've met our people. We have specialists that are extraordinary in specific domains. So the academic environment, I've never been in one that is more intentional and rich and lively, but we do not believe in academic pressure on 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds. We believe in positive encouragement, play. We believe in support and love and kindness and challenge, right? Depth over breadth, all those things. So keep that in mind. If you're going to use the term academic rigor, understand in my mind, I'm going to translate this back to vigor. I don't want us thinking of school as a death march. I want us to think of school as lively and engaging and fun. And we have developed a school that is countercultural because we believe that you can make things fun and learn in a deep and meaningful way. Okay, that's it. Have a super weekend. See you next week.